Nigeria is the most populous nation on the African continent and the seventh most populated in the world, with over 170 million people, making 2.46% of total world population. This figure, one of the many data generated by the United Nations Population Division, is made up of 41 live births per 1,000 of the country's population. As of 2013, only 38% of that was handled by skilled health staff, 9% lower than 49% recorded in 2011. One of the births handled by unskilled health staff, or if you like, inappropriately certified health staff, is what has sent channels television to Ikorodu area of Lagos, in the commercial capital of Nigeria. We bring you the story of 22-year-old Oluwaseun Akindele on this episode of Big Story. You're welcome. In the southwestern part of Nigeria lies the busiest of its cities, Lagos. Although in size it's counted as one of the smallest in the country, with a total area of about 3,500 kilometers square, and a population ranks the second largest with about 21 million, according to the Lagos State Social Security exercise carried out in 2006. For administrative purposes, the state has been organized into divisions: Lagos West, East, and Central. But basically, the state by geography is in two parts, island and mainland, with the lagoon, which is housed by the third mainland bridge, the longest in Africa, as the dividing feature. The bridge begins from Oworoshoki and ends at Adeniji-Adele interchange. On the mainland is an area which has pretty much acquired a life of its own, Ikorodu, with an estimated land area of 392 kilometers square and 550,000 population, a great number when one goes down memory lane. The publisher of Oriwusan, the community newspaper in the area, paints the picture.
Before the advent of politics in 1999, we have fewer people living in Ikorodu. I think at that time the population was about maybe 500,000 residents. But today, because of politics, Tinubu regime, Fashola's regime, within the last 16 years, the two regimes have opened up a lot of activities going on. Today, you know, we used to describe Ikorodu as a rural community, but it's a city. It's not. It will be wrong for anybody to describe Ikorodu as a rural community. The expansion, we have a polytechnic, we have so many developments. That is why you see a lot of people now moving to Ikorodu. It's like Lagos now. Before, maybe you can count the amount of people at the Lagos garage, at the runabout. Now you go there today, millions of people, moving to and fro from Lagos. So a lot of development.
The community boasts of facility required for human existence and has to an extent commanded the attention of government. But this is not to say that the community is operating at its best.
You know, we have one general hospital here in Ikorodu, which is now activated by the present government. But the fact that I was there one morning, the amount of people patronizing that general hospital is incredible. A lot of people. Then I asked the doctors, how many people are you going to treat in a day? Then he told me that people from Ishagamu, outside the Ikorodu town, the villages, they are coming down. So it is not difficult. It's not easy for doctors to attend to all the patients. And to go to the private school, private hospitals, which are many within the community, is very expensive. You know, majority of our people are not rich. They are poor people. So that's the only way that, by now, I think we need more general hospital in Ikorodu. Though we have enough private hospitals, very good, like Ajayi Hospital. But the problem is, you know, if you go to private hospital, they are very expensive. I think this area, the government has to do something to make sure that we have more hospitals, general hospitals, instead of one now, which is not enough for the entire population, about 2 or 3 million now in Ikorodu.
What about Agbomojo Tradomedical Clinic is one of the privately owned establishments which is supposed to give complimentary medical services to the residents of Ikorodu. Author of the so-called medical facility, however, begs the question if this is a private residence or place open to the public for health services.
Let me have two officers here.
The bedroom obviously has been used recently, but for non-medical purposes. There are foodstuff for individual residents here and other personal effects. On another side, there are signs of a tradomedical practice. All this without proper provision of power and necessary facilities. This brings up the question of certification and regulation of tradomedical practice in Lagos State and subsequently Nigeria.
Traditionally, a lot of our people are inclined to seeing them, a badge of culture and tradition. For some people, the frontline doctors, health workers, they know by badge of culture and where they reside. And the government, both federal and the states, have tried as much as possible that we know we cannot do away with them because they are part and parcel of the health sector. However, the activities need to be controlled and upgraded in the context of safety of our people. So legally, yes, they are part of the health system. They're legally allowed to practice. I also do know that there are policies and laws allowing that. I do know that part of the regulatory functions is to ensure that all practitioners of traditional medicine are registered within the state. They have registered, they keep to register, and they do their certification. 2, the chairman is also a member of the HEFAMA, Health Facility Monitoring Accreditation Agency, because they have the responsibility of at least monitoring the activities of healthcare providers in the states, including the orthodox and non-orthodox. So the regulation, the functions, and this is directly under that board.
But is it possible that they are not being checked enough?
Well, it's not impossible, considering the population we need to serve, some people the extent of the state, and also considering the limited resources available. So it's not impossible. Just like you have in orthodox medicine, I can't say for sure. I can't even. In any group, you still have people who err or who the bad eggs in any group. So on that basis alone, yes, there might be some of them.